What's crack-a-lacking? It's your boy Broshmo. Just in case you did not know, so we're back again once again with a walk the mock. I'm gonna go ahead, drop this link. I'm gonna put it up in the Twitter because we got 3 minutes till this sucker. So some of y'all who are first in here, I want y'all to go ahead, get involved in this. This is the first one we've done in a few weeks. Because I was busy out having a baby. Well, not me personally, but my wife skis. But hopefully y'all are having a great day. If you're unfamiliar with Walk the Mock, let me go ahead and get you updated on what that is. It is a draft simulator where you get to select a team, but here's the kicker. You are going to be drafting against real life other people. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. So that's why we do it as a stream. So we get to, talk crap about each other's picks. However, you do have to be a premium member at Walk the Mock. Use the promo or use the link in the description. There's a promo code Broshmo. Gets you 20% off. I want to do these a bit more frequently as we get closer to the draft season. So be on the look for that. Maybe we'll have one Thursday. I don't know. With free agency coming, it's going to be kind of a tight fit as I'm trying to get some evals. I'm trying to get through some of the guys at the combine that I hadn't watched yet done. If you have my draft guide, which, hey, shout out, you can check that out in the description below as well. Then you'll probably be seeing me filling in some of the guys that did run at the combine, or at least did well. Like there's a couple of guys where I was like, yeah, no. His analytics ain't great. His testing wasn't great. I have no will to even go to his tape. So, kind of what it is. We got a minute left here. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up. Great way to start to support the channel. And making a quick. Okay, I see. All right, so let me go ahead and get to the chat. As hey, we got spots open if y'all want to get in on this. What up, Chrome? How you doing? Yeah, I got the Lions this time around. Lions fans pissed me off, so I'm gonna give them a draft that they can complain about. What up, Ruben? I feel like I haven't seen you in a minute. To be fair, I haven't live streamed in a minute. We got clips here saying Falcons fan, and I'm so confused who will get a quarterback between Fields, Cousins through the draft. What do you think? Well, right now it sounds like the hot name is indeed Kirk Cousins. There's that rumor out there that he's already bought a house in whatchamacallit in Atlanta, or he's starting to shop for a house. Here, I gotta adjust this screen for y'all. There will be trades in this mock, so be on the look for that. Oh, excuse me, man. I'm a little gassy today. Drake May going to the Bears. Wow, somebody really hates them. Caleb Williams. I will be doing. I don't know when it'll come out. Maybe this week or next week. I got a Caleb Williams video coming out. That ought to be fun. I ought to piss some people off, or not. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Steelers top considerations, if available: Mims, Powers, Troy Franklin. I think Mims, Powers, and Quinion, or really any corner, but we'll see. Oh, you've been working a lot, Ruben. Hey, man, gotta work. What up, Cardiac? Cardiac, you may not be able to be the Jags, but you can still get in on this sucker. We got open teams. Oh, you are the Jags. Oh, you're saying rip to the pick. I got you. I got you. Swimmer dude does not like the. You asked to come in here. Now you want to get out. Are you saying this is a bunk mock with Caleb Williams not going first overall? Oh, it looks like we had a couple of trades already. Looks like y'all are going to have fun with this mock. There goes Caleb Williams to the Giants. Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting mock. This is gonna be an interesting mock. Vikings, I mentioned this is Jaden Daniels. Surprise me with JJ McCarthy. Jaden Daniels is what it is. And we've had quite a few picks come in. And we had some franchise tags get thrown on today too. Marvin Harrison going to the Cardinals, Chargers. They're going to be going with. Better move for San Fran, O-line or corner. Whatever the value is there. Malik Neighbors. Whatever the value is there. So we did have that Ryan Bates trade that'll be finalized once the new league year starts, where Bates will go to the Bears for a 5th-round pick. Kyle Duggar got the transition tag, which means teams could offer him a contract, but the Patriots can match it. Matabuke got the tag. T. Higgins got the tag. Schultz re-signed, 3 years, $36 million. That's a good contract. Michael Pittman got the tag. Josh Allen got the tag. No surprises there. Jerry Sneed got hit with the tag. Let's see. That's right. Jalen Johnson. Of course he got hit with the tag. Not exclusive, though. Interesting. It's not interesting. They might trade him. Oh, Lions. Resigned Reeves Maben. Prime special team player there. Brian Burns got the tag, but it sounds like that could be a tag and trade potentially. Antoine Winfield got the tag. That's not surprising. And that's about it. It's about what's going on. So we got Dallas Turner going to Washington. So Washington's getting top edge rusher right here. They're going to move forward with Sam Howell in this scenario, I suppose. And then Joe Alt going to the Titans. Yes, sir, bro. Put in that extra work, stacking more bread. Actually love my job. It's pretty easy stuff. That's nice, Ruben. Then Roma Dunze going to the Falcons. Whoever's picking for the Saints has the IQ of salad dressing. What? The Saints are a bot. Saints haven't even picked yet. Leave Quinion stock flew up just like Devon Witherspoon's went up last year. Yeah, it's going to be pretty high. I don't know if Jones hits free agency, man. I feel like they might get something done, but if he does, man, yeah, throw that bag at him, Raiders. Olufashanyu going to the Jets. And then JJ McCarthy going to the Patriots. Brock Bowers dropping out of the top 10 as criminal. Yeah, but it's kind of expected. Oh, I appreciate that, Mr. International. Appreciate the like. I get it, man. Yeah, it sucks. You know, you got to spend money to be a part of this. But, I mean, that's kind of what it is, man. It's kind of what it is. People got to get paid, man. People got to get paid their dues. You're going to put out a product like this, it won't just financially support itself. What are my dream top 3 draft choices for the Dolphins? All of them are offensive line. All of them are offensive line. Keep up the great content. Appreciate it, Ruben, dude. Appreciate that, man. Bo Nix going to the Radas. Oh, we saw Brock Bowers go to the Bears. Okay. Oh, and Michael Penix. So all 5 quarterbacks off the board by pick 13. Don't think that'll happen, but it is what it is. Broshmo, what did Williams had auto picked May for me. Oh, that sucks, John. I'm sorry. Ibram. I appreciate that, Mr. International. How do you join the mock? You got to be a premium member at Walk the Mock. If you use promo code Broshmo, it gets you 20% off. It's relatively inexpensive. I think it's like $4 a month if you use the promo code. Don't quote me, though. I won't count you out, bud. I won't count you out, Mr. International. Whoever's picking for the Saints needs to log off. Man, Notorious, man. You are a hater. A hater. Brian Thomas going to the Colts. Man, everyone in their mocks have been doing that. Liatu Latu going to the Saints. I think that's fine. We also saw Adams and Diggs cut today. Dolphins did cut Jerome Baker. That one was kind of expected. By kind of, I mean totally. gotta get under that cap somehow, man. I don't know if they got current cap situations updated yet. All right, Seahawks are about to pick here. Oh yeah, Ruben. We're gonna have final prospect rankings out. We're gonna have a top 200 big board. Oh, a lot, and I mean with free agency next week, dude, it's gonna be busy, busy, busy. Who's gonna play tackle? Derek Carr's dad, probably, potentially, maybe his brother. Get David Carr in there. Then you say Fuaga going to the Seahawks potentially to play right guard, maybe right tackle though, depending on Abraham Lucas. All right, let's look at departures on some of these teams. And Christian Wilkins, dude. I'm so mad that he's probably going to hit free agency. Terrion Arnold going to the Jags. Oh, dude, Mr. International, I appreciate that, bud. If you haven't already, please hit that like button. Christian Wilkins going to the Texans. Golly. And just come back to the Dolphins. I mean, we can't afford it. Can't afford it, but come back. What really scares me is not scares me, but I mean, I feel like we take like Tavondre Sweat suddenly becomes a viable pick in the first round for us. But it's just like I don't think it's the pick we need, man. Wow, Quinion still being around is very nice. How should the Jets use Jason Brownlee next year? Do you think Emmanuel Forbes gets better next season? I imagine Forbes gets better next season. I think he, especially with Dan Quinn, honestly, Dan Quinn, pretty solid defensive coordinator. I know it didn't look good in the playoffs, but I mean during the season, good defensive coordinator, man. Look how he developed stinking him and his staff, because I think his DC is the former defensive. No, I think it's a D line coach. That's now the DC for the Commanders. But regardless, I mean, look at how like a guy like Deron Bland got developed. The Patriots could literally do anything at their. Oh, dude, the Patriots, they legit can do anything at 3. The world is their oyster. Marius Mims going to the Bengals. We got Tyler Guyton going to the Rams, and then Quinion Mitchell going to the Steelers. Dolphins on the Lock. Picks 11. Oh, all, you mean all those quarterback picks looked like desperation, Amanda? I don't disagree. Mel Kiper third? Golly, dude. Mel Kiper's a long time goat, though. Oh, that is tasty. And there goes Byron Murphy, man, to the Dolphins. I kind of mentioned potentially like Sweat. Said they go for a little more oomph there on the interior. People are sleeping on Drake May. Yeah, I mean, dude, we're in smoke and mirror season, so get ready for all the quarterback rumors to be juicy as hell. Oh, appreciate that, Ruben. I try to put in the work. I think me and Alex will be on Draft Bros this week doing a live stream, just kind of talking. Uh, so we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Ugh. But I mean, while I got y'all here, I might as well shout out the sponsor of the video. Let's see how this looks. Looks all right. It's Aurora. If you're unfamiliar with what Aurora is, it's essentially like a data security app, kind of like NordVPN and stuff like that. Like while they offer like VPNs, they also do like help you encrypt passwords and whatnot. They're right now, if you use the link in the description, gets you a 14-day free trial. So hey, it's free for 14 days. At least give it a try, or at least get your stuff in order for those 14 days. But honestly, they're relatively inexpensive compared to other like VPN and digital security apps. So if that's something you're interested in, go ahead, take a look at it in the description. You got to use the link. It'll ask for a referral. They don't have I'm not like affiliated with them officially yet. So for referral, you could just put email and it'll work as long as you use the link to sign up. It still counts my way. So, hey, if that's something you're interested in, take a look at that. Again, it's a free 14-day trial. Get your stuff in order during those 14 days. And then if you like it, stick with it. If you don't, then cancel. You know what? I'll keep that up there for at least a few minutes. Nate Wiggins going to the Eagles. We got Cooper DeJean going to the Texans. Where do you think Nathaniel Watson would go in the draft? I think he's like a 4th, 5th rounder. Like, not exactly like the best coverage instincts, but like he's just so good against the run. Dude, coming downhill, he's just like a freaking locomotive. Just has a natural nose for the football, especially in the run game. I like him. I think he's a solid linebacker class. Oh, you Yoda? Yoda dabba dabba doo? It's an interesting thing you say there. JC Latham going to the Cowboys, which means the Packers are gonna go where? Woo! Jared Verse. Hey. Value's there, man. Go ahead and send it. Take it. How many times do LSU wide receivers have to destroy your teams until you realize we're the big dogs? Malik Neighbors will be a Hall of Famer. That's wild. If you ever felt like you need a break from dropping bangers for us, you deserve it, bro. We'll still be here when you're back 100%. We got you. Yeah, but I gotta make money, so I will be here. I have a obligation as a father and a husband to make money, so I will be here. Oh, dude, Tony, don't take what I said on Twitter or on X, whatever the heck we want to call it, like at face value. Like, I was just putting it out there. I was like, hey, I don't know. If you got emojis, in your display name, I just kind of feel like I'm not going to have a real conversation with you, that you're not a real adult. I'm sure there's exceptions. There's always exceptions. But, and I mean, but it's not that serious. All right, let me get the promo off there. If y'all are interested in that, just take a look at it in the description. It helps the channel in a big way, and it's a free 14-day trial. What the heck did happen there? Yo, hold the phone. What is this? I mean, I'm on the clock, but I don't know what this Rams pick is. So, Troy Fautanu going to the Cardinals. We got Adonai Mitchell going to the Rams. Don't know what's going on at 16, so just going to go ahead and make my selection. And this might surprise some people. But I'm going to elect to keep a strength. I'm going to do that by taking Jackson Powers Johnson. He can play guard early on. And guess what? They have need at guard. Both guards. Don't know if they're going to bring back Jonah Jackson yet. So, be the heir apparent there at center. Or if Ragno gets banged up, you could go ahead and use him. What's your most used emoji? Oh, man. Probably a thumbs up. I'm basic, bro. Looks like the Rams didn't make their pick in time. There's nothing there. Yeah, maybe. Maybe the Rams didn't make their pick in time. Please tell me that. I don't know if I don't know if the Steelers are gonna rock with Kenny this year. We'll see. We'll see. I will say one of my favorite emojis though is the crying emoji. I do like the crying emoji. It's pretty funny. I'll use the dolphin emoji occasionally, but that's I'm a Dolphins fan. It is what it is. The only emoji I have is the U.S. flag. See, and I said that I was like, you know what? I mean, home country flags, I feel like are a good exception. If you're repping your home country, or even if it's like a culture thing, like your heritage or whatnot, like that makes sense to me. The clown emoji's good too. Yoda, the clown emoji's good. Kool-Aid going to the Ravens. I like that pick. I hope Kool-Aid does well at his pro day. Keep in mind he's going to be working out though with that Jones fracture. Good. Lions fans like the pick. I appreciate that. Because I've been going at it with some Lions fans that even I said their draft this past season. I was like, you know, I don't agree with how they navigated and I don't agree with what they did in the first round. But they got a good player. They got good players after that. I really liked their second round. So I gave it an elite grade. I just really didn't like how I liked the players they drafted. I didn't like how they went about it. And I'll leave it at that. Lions fans don't like me for that. They feel a certain way when I say it that way. It is what it is. It is what it is. And it's Rakestraw going to the Chiefs. Might be a reaction there for the potential L'Jarius Sneed trade. Positional versatility is a massive premium. Yes, it is. Kingsley Sumatea going to the Steelers. That's interesting. Troy Franklin is also a very fascinating pick there for the Niners. Got to watch for those no pick joined recently with a bunch of numbers in the name. Yeah, or all the OnlyFans clout chasers out there. Do you think we could get a second for DJ? For DJ? For DJ? On the who's DJ on the Steelers? Oh, Deontay Johnson. Maybe not a second. You can maybe get a third. I mean, I don't know. Receivers are weird, man. Depending, like, I'm unaware of what his contract looks like right now. because he's not on the rookie deal anymore. Because contract kind of plays a big deal in that. That's why you see like Amari Cooper just get traded for a 5th round pick. Oh, Deontay Johnson contract. Whatever. No, he is a free agent after this season. I mean, he's in the final year of his deal. I mean, I feel like if you're a team that's probably has that Super Bowl window, you could go ahead and make a deal for him. I don't know if it's a 1-year rental. I don't know if you get a day 2 pick for him. I don't know. That's kind of a fascinating thing to ponder. We got Johnny Newton going to the Cardinals. Zach Frazier went to the Patriots. Titans, they're up here taking Edgerrin Cooper. Oh, I feel like they don't need linebacker. Then again, Shair's free agent, ain't he? Jordan Morgan going to Washington. You got Tyler Nubin going to the Chargers. As a Falcons fan, what do you think of Raheem Morris as the Falcons head coach? And what do you think he brings for the Falcons next season? Well, I think the defense will continue to be good. I think that's a plus there. I'm very intrigued in what Zach Robinson will do for the offense. I'm sure he is going to utilize that really good offensive line along with the 2 massive weapons he has in the backfield. I am curious what the passing game will look like, but they are going to need a new quarterback. Davion Sanders going to the Commanders here. Thoughts if Joe Alt fell to the Falcons and they pick him at 8? I don't think so. Offensive line, especially tackles, not a big need for the Falcons. I'd rather address that with a pass rusher. I'd rather address that with a receiver. I'd rather address that with a quarterback. Again, a lot of this will ride on what they do in free agency. Which, luckily, we'll have answers for next week. Oh, that Gibbons guy was pretty good this past season. Former UDFA for the Titans. Lad McConkey going to the Commanders. That's fascinating. And we got Tavondre Sweat. That's a pretty good pickup for the Packers. It's good value. Were there not rumors around DJ and Fields, or is it DJ plus a high pick? I'm not sure. I'm unaware of those rumors. But again, they are rumors in general, so it's like kind of gotta take it with a grain of salt. Xavier Worthy, oh man, they're like, hey, Thornton, you ain't it, bro. We're gonna go ahead and get speed somewhere else. Golly, that's fascinating. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up. Much obliged. I just feel like if we're gonna move on, you're not gonna find a better wide receiver class than this. That is true. Yeah, yeah, Drake, I don't disagree with that. Gibbons and Cooper, that would be fun. Cooper gives you a little bit more of a little bit more potential as a coverage player. Dude still need like that's kind of the part of his game that needs fine tuned. Like he's got the speed and the length to be a very good player in coverage. It's just Texas A&M who's only asked really to go cover the flats or hey, here's a hook zone. You know, I'm not gonna pretend like he is a top notch coverage player just yet. Chris Braswell going to The Falcons. Patrick Queen is such a Dolphin. Psh, man, I don't think we could afford him, man. I mean, we Dolphins can restructure a few deals. Here, let's see if we got updated cap space. NFL cap space update. I don't think this is updated. No, it's definitely not updated. Oh, we got Cooper BB going to the Raiders. That's kind of fun. Yeah, this isn't taking into account some of the cuts today. So yeah, I don't know if we got it. If I can find an update on the cap space situations for each team. How do you feel about your Finns releasing Jerome Baker earlier? It was expected. He was a part of my cap casualties video, a guy that I figured we could release. Makes a ton of sense. Oh, Black Love 23 here. Thank you for the super chat. Deserves a cowbell. Can we stop making the Giants take a quarterback? We got too many holes. I tend to agree. My last mock was more predictive. And I wouldn't want to give I won't want to trade up if I'm the Giants. I kind of want to just sit on some of my picks. At least as of right now. If anything, maybe trade down. Like I feel like the Giants are a team that needs draft capital. They need to bring in young, talented players. So yeah, we'll see. Appreciate the super chat though. Chop Robinson going to the Colts. Let's see if the Rams make a pick. They're coming up. Oh no, they're not. Oh, see, they're listed here as the next pick, but I don't know. Keon Coleman's an interesting pick for the Saints. I actually kind of like that. Coming in there with Rashid Shaheed and Chris Olave. Do you think Chargers trade down? I think it's definitely possible. Definitely possible, definitely viable. Kid Blue! Thank you for the super chat. That gets cowbell. And not even responding to me. Never. It's QB or we riot. I don't know. I think the Giants are in a tough situation where it's like, yeah, you're going with Daniel Jones regardless. I think trade down and maybe go for like a JJ McCarthy. Then again, man, no one really knows where JJ McCarthy's going to go. Like, is it all smoke that he's going to go early? Would you be able to trade down and get him later? Roman Wilson going to the Giants kind of feels like more of what they already have there in terms of just vertical slot receivers. Darius Robinson's a pretty nice pickup there. Cardiac gives you a little versatility along that defensive line. And we got Ruben. He says kind of makes corner and linebacker a need after releasing Jerome Baker and Xavier Howard because Eli Apple really ain't it. He never is it. Opposite Ramsey. I mean, you could hope and pray. You could put your little hands together as a Dolphins fan and hope Cam Smith is that guy. But who knows? Who knows? We got Tony. I feel like AD is the Steelers wide receiver. Not if he goes in the first round. Steelers ain't taking a receiver in the first round because they don't, and I don't think he'll be available when the Steelers pick in the second round. Do you think Chargers draft a corner or a wide receiver? Whatever's best. Like, whatever the top player on their board at their pick, they should go with it. If they could trade down, that's great. And then just take valuable players at valuable positions, whether it's corner, whether it's receiver, whether it's tackle. Chris Jenkins going to the Bengals. Do you think Cam Kitchens goes to the Chargers in the second. And I think Cam Kitchens falls to the third. I think the safety class is just kind of on a downfall. Cam Smith got some potential, bro. I like him. I liked him too last year. Didn't really play a lot last year, though. That's the thing. I want you to know that I love your vids, and my friends make fun of me for watching them, but I think you're the best. Why do your friends make fun of you, dude? Why? Why? Is it because I have a beard? Is it because I look funny? Screw your friends, bro. Nah, not really. I'm just playing around. Eagles take Braylon Trice. Oh, that's good value there. Do you think we go JPJ or Fuaga realistically? If Fuaga's there, I think if Fuaga's the pick, just a higher valuable. It's a higher value position. You'd rather draft a tackle than take a center. If Fuaga's there, I think you take him. James Williams is a sleeper in your opinion. If you're moving him linebacker, he can be. But yeah, I'm taking Fuaga. Like, even as a Dolphins fan who desperately needs tackle, guard, center, like, I probably lean with the tackle over the center, despite my obvious love for Jackson Powers Johnson. Think Chargers get Barkley? Nope. I think Barkley's going to the Texans. Who do I think plays running back for the Chargers? Blake Corum. Hayden Wilson going to the Panthers. That's a Dan Morgan pick if I've ever seen it. Ruben, love the beard, bro. Looks great. They probably just think you're a football nerd. Guess what? Who cares? I am too. Yeah, we're all football nerds. I feel like that's the best type of nerd to be. Football nerd. And then, like, the rest of my background's got, like, I got anime and stinking wrestling stuff in the background. Maybe I'm gonna nerd it up right now. I'm gonna put my glasses on. I have great vision. These are just blue lens glasses, by the way. I have great vision. I really do. Blue lens glasses because I'm looking at these stinking screens so much of the day. Especially today. Golly, dude. I don't think I watched so many offensive linemen that I was like, I wouldn't take this guy in the draft. Watching some of the dudes that were at the combine, I'm just like, golly. I mean, there were a couple where I was like, oh, I didn't expect to like this guy this much, but golly, man. Felt like I wasted a lot of time today looking at players that don't mean nothing. Do you think JJ goes to New England? LOL. I mean, dude, I honestly have no idea where JJ's gonna go, man. He's gonna be like the Will Levis of this season. Definitely is the best type of nerd, dude. It is. What do you think the Chargers draft at 5 in the first round and the second? Well, in the second, I mean, in the second it's gonna be hard. The second is completely dictated by what goes down in the first. But in the first, again, you go to Joe Alt, you go to Malik Neighbors, or you could trade down and maybe even consider like corner, like Quinion, Terrion Arnold. I think there's options for the Chargers if they don't want to stay put at 5. Patrick Paul going to the Philadelphia Eagles. The Browns selection is in. They go Xavier Leggett. Hey, man, haters gonna hate. Haters gonna hate. Lovers gonna love. Dave Chappelle. R. Kelly skit. Kamari Lassiter going to the Bucks, by the way. Who do you think plays tight end for the Chargers next year? Y'all still got Durham. No, that's the Dolphins, right? Durham Smythe? No. We got a different Smythe, right? Oh, no, y'all got Parham. That's right. I knew it was some ridiculously big tight end. I mean, y'all could add some guys, but I mean, again, you're looking at the 3rd, 4th round. Like, there's your Theo Johnson, there's Ben Sinnott, Dallin Holker, Cade Stover. There's a lot of options if you do want to address that. But again, free agency is going to be a thing. We'll see. We'll see. Do you think Joe Milton could be a dark horse in this class if he cleans up the mechanics? I think Joe Milton could be a dark horse as a tight end. There, I said it. Who could Miami replace Wilkins with in this draft? It's Javondre Sweat. I mean, there's not a lot of beef early on, unfortunately, in this draft class. There's not. Here, let me go ahead. I'm going to take a gander at my board. I mean, because that's what I would personally want a little bit of beef. They could go with a penetrator type like Byron Murphy and whatnot. But if we're trying to replace Wilkins, Brandon Fisk going to the Texans. If we're gonna replace that beef though, like golly, dude, there ain't a lot of beef in this class. Like you go to it'd have to be day 3. Like you got McKinley Jackson, Texas A&M. You got Christian Boyd, Northern Iowa, Jawan Briggs, Cincinnati, Evan Anderson, Florida Atlantic. But I mean, those are day 3 prospects. What's the realistically are they going to be starting a significant amount of time? They could, but ideally, probably don't want them to. Love the Mac Jones. Oh, I love Mac Jones, man, and I'd love for him to stay so we can actually get weapons around him. Oh man, I think Mac Jones might be ruined right now, dude. Were you surprised JJ didn't run because I was? Yes, I thought he was definitely going to run. Thought he was going to run and probably beat Keaton Slovis for the top time. But that's another thing, man. Slovis 4.55. Golly. Like, it doesn't make him draftable, but still pretty impressive. So we got TJ Tampa going to the Packers. Jalen Polk going to Cowboys. I'm a couple of picks out. A lot of good talent on the board there. Once the Browns restructure Watson and a couple others, they'll have some cap room. Who would be your number 1 target in free agency for him? In free agency, I still like. I mean, I don't imagine they're gonna have a ton of cap to deal with, so it's not like you can make a big splash. But they've been pretty good about bringing in veterans that produce well for them. So maybe like a Fletcher Cox there on the interior. My favorite team. I'm a Dolphins fan. Fins up, baby. Fins up. All right, we got Buccaneers. They're coming in. They're coming in hot with Junior Colson. Okay. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up. Be much appreciated, much obliged. Texans pick is in. Marshawn Nealon still on the board. God, I would have loved that for the stinking Lions, man. Do you think there is a world where the Chargers get TJ Tampa? Yeah, I've had him go there in the 2nd round. I don't know if the NFL's that high on him. I'm pretty high on him, though. I told you Keon would be disappointed, man. Did you see his gauntlet? He was the only receiver to get over 20 miles an hour in the gauntlet. I mean, dude, 40 times aren't everything. They're not. Yeah, you're not wrong, Ruben. You don't want to ruin another quarterback with the lack of help around him. But also, getting some better offensive-minded coaches in there does help. Y'all grabbed... oh, man. Who came over from the Browns? Chris Abrams Drain. I'm on the clock. Let me make this pick real quick, and I'll look it up. All right. So, if I'm the Lions, of course I want to take a look at corner. And Max Melton's interesting name. I believe they have Bernardo Green listed as a safety. He's a consideration. go ahead and take a quick look over at Edge, Disa Isaac. I mean, some of these guys I'd rather just wait till the third round. Wait, they're listing Olifoshu as a Edge? That's freaking interesting. I'm going to go with Max Melton. Let's take a quick look. They Cam Hart's there, but like, I like Melton a little bit better. Hart, Hart, I think needs to go to like a very zone heavy scheme. Golly, there's so many good corners in this class. Ooh, I'm gonna be checking out Marcellus Dial this week. Hopefully, heard good things about him. Oh, it is Van Pelt. I thought it was Van Pelt. I wasn't positive because I know. I don't know why I was thinking. I was thinking the Arizona Cardinals AC or OC was from the Browns, but he was from the Bengals. What is the best free agent do you have going to the chart? Oh, dude, the Chargers don't have a lot of money, man. What is the best free agent? It's gonna have to be a very low cost guy. You're kind of in a similar situation as the Browns. Christian Haynes is a good pick up there, but I mean, I already selected Jackson Powers Johnson. What about Penix staying in Seattle? That could be nice in the second round. Dude, I'm not taking Penix in the first. I'm not in love with him like some people are. I like him better as like a potential like top 50 guy, early to mid second round, but maybe I'd be even willing to go like late first round. Go ahead, get that fifth year option, but that ain't it to me, man. That ain't it. I feel like he can really help Mac get that confidence back. Yeah, hopefully. Cam Kitchens going to the Niners. That's a good fit. I really like that fit. And then we got the Chiefs going with Rook Arahara. I do like Rook Arahara. Would love the Browns to take a 1-year prove it shot on Marcus Davenport. Oh yeah, and that'll be relatively inexpensive. That's a good call out. That's a good call out. Because that's what you're looking for. Relatively cheap, inexpensive deals, you know? Do you see yourself ever doing Madden rebuilds or Madden gaming vids? Man, I'm just not a Madden guy. I used to be a few years ago, but I don't know where franchise mode is nowadays. So I don't know. I want to get into the NCAA when it comes out in July. Means I have to go purchase PlayStation 5 now, which is great. That's right. I don't have a PlayStation 5. When you become a father, gaming becomes less important in your life. What can I say? My children aren't at that age where where I can game with them like that. Carolina Panthers select Malachi Corley. I have a couple of Madden rebuilds on the channel from like 4 years ago. You want to check those out? I think it's like 4 years. Mike Sainris still Cardinals keep getting small at corner. All right, we got the Commanders going with Javon Bullard. Okay, what do we have? Who would your go-to pick for my Pats at 3? Mine would be Marvin Harrison Jr. I feel like Marvin Harrison Jr. is a nice pick. I think honestly, if you're not going to go quarterback there, you should probably trade back. Get some draft capital that you can maybe utilize for next year and trade back. And then maybe you get slapped with the JJ McCarthy a little bit later in the top 10 or maybe like the mid first round, depending on where you trade down from. Like those can be very viable options. But I honestly think trading down might be the best pick because you could really get a nice chunk of change. All right, I do have a pick coming up. Trey Benson going to the Chargers. There's a run back of the future. Javon Butler to the Commanders and Jonah Ellis. I'm a big fan of Jonah Ellis. Just wish he was a little bit bigger and a little bit stronger. Golly, dude. There's a pick. I don't think Lions fans are going to like it, but the value looks ridiculously insane. Curious if he ends up going. Malachi Corley, low key, Steve Smith. Whew. He's got a little ways to go. I won't put it against him. Cam Hart going to the Cardinals. And I got one more pick here. I promise this is the last Chargers question, but who do you have the Bolts? Have my Bolts taken here? Or taken there? Taken there like in the first round or like where we're at here? Because honestly, running back's kind of a good pick. All right. Well, Ricky Pearsall would have been my pick for the Lions. It's like, well, we don't need wide receiver. It's like, man, it's a really good value, really good route runner. I just want good players. Maybe Austin Booker, chance to develop him. Really no one else there at the edge position I love. I'm going to be honest. There's no big meaty boy I want. Yeah, I feel like it's Austin Booker. Get that developmental guy. This is actually good value. Like, didn't test nearly as well as I thought he would. But, like, add some frame. Add a little mass to the frame. And then just develop him. Like, the dude's exceptionally raw. Exceptionally raw. But he's got a lot of potential, man. Had a really good day 2 at the Senior Bowl. There's a rumor that Mike T wants to move up for Roma Doomsday. That's wild. Oh, you're right. If we get an extra second this year, first next year, train down 8 spots with Minnesota. Wouldn't mind that. Yeah, I mean, honestly, in general, train down's usually always a great option for almost any team. You mean in the first round, who do you have the Chargers taking, or do you have them train back? I think training back is probably a more valuable asset for Jim Harbaugh and this team he has now acquired. But if you're going to sit at that pick, I think it goes Malik Neighbors and then it goes Joe Alt. It's one of those two for me. There goes Renardo Green to the Falcons. Here, let me switch this over to all players available. Christian Mahogany. I feel like Bears need a center more, but tis what it is. What up, Mark? How you doing, bud? Hopefully you're doing well today, brother. But from another I do have another Mock the Mock coming out this week, coming out tomorrow. I think Mock the Mocks, since everyone has their post-combine mocks, will probably be the content this week as I kind of catch up on some of the guys at the combine who performed that I hadn't watched yet. I'm trying to catch up on those. Like if you have the draft guide, which, hey, let's shout out the draft guide while we're here. Hey, that's right, Broshmo. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Premier NFL draft YouTuber has his own draft guide. It is a Google spreadsheet, but it comes with full backgrounds, full evaluations, my full big board, my full prospect rankings, position by position. It has length, it has weigh-ins, it has their combine pro day performances, it has their analytics from this past season, important key analytics that you typically use to try to project these guys. It's a great value. I think I currently have about 450 players with evaluations there. So if you really want to like go into the draft and be like, okay, I want to know every player my team picks up, well, it's It's a great way to do it. It's a great way to support channel. You do it via PayPal, Venmo. Please include your email. Again, it's a Google spreadsheet, so I need your email. Check that out in the description if you want to own it yourself, because it's yours here, now, then, and forever. Couple of picks came off the board here as Michael Hall Jr. went to the Broncos. Jarvis Brownlee Jr. went to the Raiders. I've been trying to keep up with, but why did Quilly McKinstry slide into the second? Wasn't he a first-round talent? Some people think he's not like a high-end athlete. Cedric Van Pran going to the Seahawks, by the way. Or at least not as high-end as Quinion Mitchell, Terrion Arnold, Nate Higgins, Cooper DeJean. So he kind of, like, for some people, he falls out of that next tier. Some people don't like him as a run defender. He couldn't perform at the combine because the Jones fracture, which he's going to perform at his pro day with that Jones fracture. He's not going to get surgery for it until after the pro day because he wants to put those numbers out there for the general public and teams. So, like, there's a couple of reasons, but, man, like, Kool-Aid McKinstry's a good pick. To me, he's still a first-round pick. Muhammad Kamara going to the Falcons. Did you see my latest prediction for the Bears in the Discord? Because it's one of those have your cake and eat it too. I might not have. I don't know. I don't know if I did. You are G of the week. G of the week. Am I G of the week? Is that like, what up, homie? Like G? Or is that like goat? What does G mean nowadays? Dominic Pooney going to the Bengals. What do you think about the rumors that Justin Fields traded to the Browns? I haven't heard those rumors. That would be silly if you're the Browns. That would be just really silly if you're the Browns. All right, we got another pick for the Seahawks coming up here by Smalls. Let's see what you got for the Seahawks, Smalls. A lot of good prospects available. I do have one pick left in me here. Justin Fields will be a Giant. I don't know where Justin Fields goes, man. I don't know where he goes. I've heard his trade value is now down in like bargain bin levels. I mean, I don't know, man. The rumors are everywhere. At the end of the day, they are just rumors. We won't know until it actually happens. Ooh, Tyler Davis. That's a little early for me. He doesn't really give you that girth. He's kind of more of a bowling ball type of player, like 6'1", 300 pounds. Short arms as well. Not a guy you can play necessarily in around that like nose tackle, zero tech position, but I mean, they have guys that can do that. They have guys that can do that. It's no biggie. All right, here comes the Colts. Kalen Bullock. I've never seen a mock where my Pats trade down to 11 and grab Teleniso Fuaga. But that would low-key be nasty. He's a mauler and a beast. Yes, he is. Fuaga's pretty darn nice. He ain't half bad. All right, Ski Mask Sam, are you going to actually get a pick this time? Let's see. Let's see if the Rams are bugged. Drake May will go number 2 to the Bears. Oh, I've seen some people say that the Commanders and the Bears might swap picks. I've seen a few of those rumors. Hot diggity dog. Are we going to get a Rams pick? We're going to get a Rams pick. There we go. Ski Mask, let us know. He gets Josh Newton. Let us know who you got at 26. Who do you think Christian Wilkins ends up with? Houston sounds like a very popular destination. We were kind of talking about that earlier. They got the money to spend. Miko Ryan loves to stop the run. Christian Wilkins loves to stop the run. It's kind of a match made in heaven. Devontae Walker, there's that Steelers day 3 wide receiver pick. Did I say day 3? Day 2. Day 2. Day 2, day 2. Graham Barden for the Rams? How do you feel about Dolphins moving back and drafting Jerzon Newton? I mean, it's not a great replacement for Christian Wilkins. I don't mind it. I think the Dolphins should move back in general. So, like, I love the first part of that. I just really think we need to address offensive line desperately. Woohoo! Excuse me. Whoo! Gotta start calling Jerzon Johnny Newton. What he wants to go by. Braylon Allen going to the Browns, and then you got Brandon Rice going to the Texans. I think Fields gets traded to the Falcons. That's the most likely option, in my opinion. I mean, it felt like that prior to the combine. Yeah, shoot, it felt like that at the beginning of the combine. Kenny Pickett is QB1 in Pittsburgh. Well, Ryan Tannehill's QB2. Yeah, Arthur Smith got brain over Ryan Tannehill, huh? I was also thinking about Jeremiah Trotter for the Steelers. That wouldn't be bad. That wouldn't have been bad. Jaden Hicks, that's a good pickup for the Bills. I think he's going to go higher than this. I think he's probably a second round pick. In a safety class where not a lot of people are really jumping off the screen, Hicks might be that guy. Javon Baker, that's a good selection by the Packers. I like Baker quite a bit. He kind of gets lost in this wide receiver class. Is there a player that can replace? Dude, like Tavondre Sweat's kind of that guy. Like Newton could do it because he's such a good run defender, but like, okay. What Christian Wilkins is like 315, right? Because that's the thing with him, man. It's just there isn't a lot of size in this draft. Early, at least, it kind of falls off a cliff. Oh, he's only 310. That's wild. Plays definitely a hell of a lot bigger. Looks a hell of a lot bigger. Not just plays. All right, I am on the clock. Let's run through these next picks real quick. Cedric Gray going to the Cardinals. Jermaine Burton going to the Bucks, and Kieran Amagaji going to the Packers. All right, you know what? Let's take a look at some. Oh, Bo Limmer. I already have a center though. Golly, do love me Bo Limmer. All right, maybe we look on the interior. Not a lot of size. That's kind of what I want. What about the wide receivers? Oh, a bunch of slots. I mean, you could take Johnny Wilson low key and be all right. Cole Bishop would be interesting. I feel like Kalen Carson's kind of it. I'm running out of time here. Oh, you know what? Screw this. I'm gonna go with size. I'm gonna go with Kyrie Jackson. He's ready to start now. I'm gonna go with size. Give me that man in his like 77-inch wingspan. Whew. Remember this when I said remember this when I say this that the Chargers are winning their division and Herbo established himself as a top 4 quarterback. That would be definitely very interesting. Look at Ruben. Some of y'all haven't even liked the stream yet. What are y'all doing? Yeah, go ahead. Hit that thumbs up. Do it. Thoughts on Braylon Allen to the Browns? Not sure how Chubb will come back after his second major injury. Like, I think Ford's a guy with that home run threat, right? So you now get that big bruiser in Allen, and he's young, a guy that's still developing his body. I don't mind that. Yeah, Kirk Cousins buying a home in Atlanta does feel a little significant. What's your thought on Brinsley Umingalang? What's FB? He's with Ole Miss now, right? But what would FB be? Like Florida? What do I like him. I think he's going to be a top 50 pick next year. He's just not in this draft. We all know Phil Brooks is the number 1 receiver this year. Oh, Phil Brooks. I see what you were doing there, Eric Douglas. Unfortunately, he tore his tricep. Jalen McMillan going to the Ravens. Not a bad pick there. Feels so bad for Zach Zentner. No one is taking him. If he falls to day 4, someone's getting a steal. If he falls to day 3, someone's getting a steal. I think that's what you meant. But yeah, no, he's a good player, man. And I mean, he was taking part in field drills too. So he definitely should probably he should at least be considered in the back end of the 3rd round. Luke McCaffrey going to the Chiefs. Uh-oh. Jags are going to grab Christian Jones. Jeremiah Trotter going to Washington. Hey, nice. Somebody hopped on Washington. All right, we got 4 picks left in this draft. All right, bro, I got to go. It was great chatting with you and vibing with you. Stay safe and stay blessed. See you next stream. I'll keep tuning in for the bangers. Hey, yeah, dude, Ruben, it's good to see you, brother. I'll catch you in the next one, buddy. Where'd Jared Verse and Edwin Cooper go? We'll go over that. We're near the end. We'll go over that in a minute. I think Jared Verse went to the Packers. Edwin Cooper, I think, went to the Titans. You should be a GM. I should not. I'm very content with just giving my football opinion online compared to it riding on the success of our organization. And those guys know a lot more football than I do. So, Blake Corum going to the Eagles. Not a bad pick there. It feels like Washington's ownership is putting pressure on Adam Peters to do whatever it takes to get the number 1 pick. Well, man, hey, I'm sure they would love to bring Caleb Williams back home to DC. Thoughts on Brevin Spanford? I think he is a quality late day 3 to UDFA, like priority free agent. He's got a good size to him. Wish he was a better blocker at that size, but he's fine enough. And the receiving chops are very mid. Oh, thanks, Jay. Appreciate it, bud. Cardiac has you try to trade up to get Zach Center. Oh, sometimes you just can't get a trade done. Kalen Carson. Almost considered him for the Lions pick. Going to the Niners. And we got the Patriots. Taking Trevin Wallace. That's actually a good pickup. I like that. And then I think this is the last pick here. It's Bo Limmer. That's a great pickup, Dylan. Good job. That's how you end. That's how you end day 2 right there. Go ahead. Let's run through this sucker. As the Cardinals got Marvin Harrison Jr., Troy Fatsanu. We got Johnny Newton, Mike Sainristil, Cam Hart, and Cedric Gray. A lot of good players. I like that draft. Atlanta Falcons, Roma Dunze, Chris Braswell, Renardo Green, and Muhammad Kamara. That's actually a really good draft as well, especially if you consider Kirk Cousins as your quarterback. We got Baltimore, Kool-Aid McKinstry, Christian Haynes, Jalen McMillan, all players I like. Quality draft. Buffalo Bills, Adonai Mitchell, Chris Abrams-Drain, probably plays a slot, but if he ends up playing the outside, it won't surprise me much. Dude played outside for most of his career at Mizzou. And then Jaden Hicks is a really good pickup, too. Carolina Panthers go Peyton Wilson and Malachi Corley. Not the sexiest draft, but not all of them will be. Chicago Bears, Drake May at 101, by the way. Brock Bowers and then Christian Mahogany. Not gonna lie, Abram, you did something different. I'll say that. You did something different. Bengals, Marius Mims, Chris Jenkins, Dominic Pooney. That's actually a pretty solid draft, though, for the Bengals. That ain't half bad. Browns, they go Xavier Leggett and then Braylon Allen. Solid. Cowboys, J.C. Latham, Jalen Polk. That's kind of a banger draft by the computer. Good job. Michael Penix and Michael Hall going to the Broncos. You got Lions. This is me. This is how I drafted for the Lions. I went Jackson Powers Johnson. Keep it a strength to strength. Max Melton. Austin Booker is more of a developmental guy that has a lot of upside. And Kyrie Jackson. Green Bay Packers, they go with Jared Verse, Devondre Sweat, TJ Tampa, Javon Baker, and Kieran Amagaji. Golly, that's just a lot of players I really like. Texans go with Cooper Jean, Brain Fisk, Marshawn Nealon, and Brendan Rice. Oh, man, I really like the Nealon and DeJean pick. Fisk is a good player. This is a good player. I'm not nearly as high on him, though, as the general consensus, though. Brian Thomas, Chop Robinson, Kalen Bullock going to the Colts. We got Jaguars, Tingatarian Arnold, Darius Robinson, and Christian Jones. Got the Chiefs. Gojo, I know the Chiefs are up. You want to know what the Chiefs got? All right, come here. Want to see what the Chiefs got, Gojo? Come here. You want to see what the Chiefs got, buddy? Here. Oh. Gojo wants to know how his Chiefs did. All right, you got Ennis Rakestraw, Rook Arrojo, and Luke McCaffrey. How do you feel about that draft, Gojo? You love it? Okay. Well, I'm going to keep going, bud. All right. Oh, you want to get out? You don't like that draft? You ain't about it. Dang, Gojo has passed judgment. Chargers, they go Malik Neighbors, Tyler Newbin, Trey Benson, and Bo Limmer. That's actually kind of sexy. I kind of like that. We got the Rams, who got Tyler Guyton. This was supposed to be Graham Barton, if I am to be correct. I think that's what was said in the chat by Ski Mask and Johnny Newton. Raiders, they go Bo Nix, Cooper BB, and Jarvis Brownlee. I like Jarvis Brownlee quite a bit. I like him in that third round area too. Miami Dolphins, Byron Murphy, and then someone screwed us for our second round pick. Taking advantage of the computer. Taking advantage of my team. Vikings, they trade up to get Jaden Daniels. New England Patriots go J.J. McCarthy in a trade down. Zach Frazier, Xavier Worthy, Jonah Ellis, and Trevin Wallace. We got the Saints. They go Liatu Latu and Keon Coleman. Honestly, that's a pretty solid draft for the Saints. That ain't bad. Giants go Caleb Williams with the trade up at 2. Roman Wilson, which I feel like is just kind of more of what they already have. And then Adisa Isaac. I like Isaac. Jets, they go Olu Fashanu. Gotta start saying his name right. He has come out and said it is pronounced Fashanu. And Ricky Parcell, man. Kid Blue, man. You snagged that right in front of me. I was about to go with Ricky Parcell because, like, the value was just too good, man. I think he's going to be a good receiver in the NFL. I think he's going to be a very quality number 2. Philadelphia Eagles go Nate Wiggins, Braylon Trice, Patrick Paul, and Blake Corum. Steelers go Quinion Mitchell, Kingsley Sumatea, and Devontae Walker. Honestly, that's a pretty solid draft, too. Seahawks go Telenisa Fuaga, Cedric Van Prant, and then Tyler Davis. 49ers go Troy Franklin, Cameron Kitchens, and Kalen Carson. Honestly, not bad of a draft. Wish they would address offensive line, but it kind of is what it is. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Kamari Lasser, Junior Colson, and Jermaine Burton. Tennessee Titans go Joe Alt and Edgerrin Cooper. And then Washington Commanders go Dallas Turner, Jordan Morgan, Jatavion Sanders, Ladd McConkey, Javon Bullard, and Jeremiah Trotter. And that concludes the draft. Y'all let me know what you think of your respective team's draft in the comments as soon as this stream ends. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take a quick look. Okay, it looks like I have addressed the chat. Don't know if we do another one of these this week. It'll happen on Thursday. Kind of a busy week for me just because, what up, abs? I'm never going to have them again. I've tried. But I don't know if we'll be back again Thursday. I want to be back again Thursday with another Walk the Mock, but I'm really trying to get caught up on some of those player evals for the draft guide and for y'all that invested in that, because I want to make sure that's the best, it's the best you can get. And so maybe we're back Thursday with the stream. If not, we're definitely going to be back next Tuesday. Regardless, it has been fun. Thank y'all for hanging out. I appreciate y'all's support, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Later.